Tonight, live from the rinks in Hop Park, New York, the Stony Brook Seawolves take on Liberty University in a classic ACHA Division I matchup. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live. Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live. Andy Mignani along with the son, Trevor Mignani. Going to do it for you tonight as a father-son tandem. As we want to wish Lear, who a lot of you miss, some great success he's having doing an off-Broadway play right now, and the success continues, so we wish him well. He sends his best to everyone out there, and we just had a little email chat today, so he's thinking of you, and we're thinking of him as well. So anyway, we've got the players on the ice right now. What we want to do is our player spotlight first tonight, so we're going to shoot right over to the Stony Brook Seawolves, and we're going to identify some of the players on the ice. First player we want to look at is Ryan Kottkamp, number 13. Ryan Kottkamp is the leading scorer for the Seawolves. 18 games played, 20 goals, 10 assists for 30 points, 6 power play goals, 2 shorthanded, and 8 penalty minutes. Second on the scoring sheet for the Seawolves is number 27, co-captain Dan Casano. In 20 games, Dan has 5 goals, 24 assists for 29 points. Next up is number 11. That's Nick Barbera, who's playing a little under the weather tonight, so we'll keep an eye on Nick. 14 games played, 8 goals, 12 assists, 20 points, 1 power play goal, 1 shorthanded goal, 14 minutes of penalties. And Nick also has 2 game-winning goals, so that's a good stat to have. Next up on defense, leading the scorers is Chris Joseph, number 44. Who just came back from the World competition. He played over there in Italy with Ryan Kottkamp. Chris had a goal and played
hit a game
very
winner,
well.
Actually,
They did very well. He told me they came in 4th place overall.
That's not bad, considering the competition over there. They played a very tough Italy team.
Who, by the way, they beat the second game 5-0.
Wow. So they did not look great against Italy in game 1, but I'm really glad they beat him in game 2.
Yeah. So Kazakhstan, they lost to 5-2 or 5-3. Who knocked them out. So
Kazakhstan surprisingly had a strong team. They beat the pants off Canada, which you would think Canada, hockey capital of the world, not so much. All
right, let's continue down the list here. Anyway, Chris in 17 games has 3 goals, 11 assists, 14 points. He's got a power play goal, game-winning goal, and 27 minutes of penalties. In nets tonight will be Brandon Jones, number 39. Brendan's in 13 games has an 8-4 record. He's got a shutout. His goals against average is 2.80, and his save percentage is .90. And let's shoot over to the Liberty squad. Right now, Liberty in the dark blue uniforms. We'll highlight number 16, Lindsay LeBlanc. Number in games played, 22 games. He's got 12 goals, 19 assists, 31 points, 4 power play goals, and he's got 28 minutes of penalties. Next is number 86, Ward. I'm not sure if Ward is in the lineup tonight. Yes, he is. I'm looking at him. He's on the ice. Ward, number 86, in 22 games. He's got 9 goals, 22 assists, for 31 points, tied with LeBlanc. 3 power play goals and 42 minutes of penalties. He also has a game-winning goal. Next up is number 9, McCombs. 22 is in the games he's played. 12 goals, 16 assists, 28 points, 4 power play goals, and 38 minutes of penalties. And on the defense, number 96, Baloo, in 23 games played, he has a goal, 15 assists, 16 points, and 73 minutes of penalties. In nets tonight, starting for Liberty, will be number 35, Bennett, who's played 13 games. He's got a 10-1 record. He's got a shutout. His goals against average is 2.12, 0.92% save percentage. This team, both these teams come with a lot of experience for a 4-year program. Players come through this program. Some get through their senior years, some don't. But there are a lot of good players on the ice for both teams here tonight, and you're going to see some really, really good hockey. Goaltending will be exceptional. Outside of the typical bomber that somebody may have, but the last 2 games this team played, they were excellent games, hard-fought games. You're going to see a lot of passing, a lot of skill, and we're going to be in for a couple of really, really good games very entertaining games. So with that, I think what we're going to do is talk just a little bit more about Chris Joseph's conversation I had regarding the tournament over in Europe. And speaking with him, basically said that the competition was fantastic, and some of the players have almost played professional hockey, so if you can imagine what that means. But they all have some experience tied to a higher level of play, not just college hockey. And as we saw some of those games on the
CBS Sports Network,
right? CBS Sports Network. We saw some pretty good hockey there. We were hoping the production might have been a little better, but for the most part, it was very entertaining. Chris Joseph said it was well worth, he appreciated the honor in going over there, and it was absolutely well worth the chance to go there and to play against that competition. Again, the United States team came in fourth, losing to Kazakhstan, I believe it was 5-2 or 5-3 in that game. They did lose to Italy in the first round, and then beat Italy in the second game they played against them. So
it's really interesting how they actually managed to get them in both games, get them in the round robin, the group stage, and then in the elimination stage.
Yeah,
interesting how those matchups seem to work out.
All right, so we want to welcome everybody back to Seawolves Hockey Live. Again, this is Andy Vignani. I'll be here along with Trevor, and
we've got a bunch of new tech today for the
we have a couple. We've got a couple of new things. Trevor will update everybody on this.
Well, we got some new Seawolves on the ice, right?
Yeah, we actually.
So let's talk about the new Seawolf joining the team tonight.
Well, tonight there is a new Seawolf on the ice. He's wearing number 90. His last name is Satola. That's all I have right now. We'll get his first name.
90 Satola.
But his number is 90, and he has played Division III hockey. He came out of the same school that Ryan Kottkamp came from. Played on the ice with Ryan, and will be on the same line with Ryan tonight. It'll be interesting to see how him, Dan Casano, and Ryan Kottkamp and Satola will play on the ice. Spoke to Coach Garafola. They had 4 days of practice this week, which is pretty impressive, and
they never get that much ice.
And they said that each practice was fantastic. Everybody was motivated, prepared, ready to go, and they had a great week of practice. So he's looking for good things tonight, and we'll get back to it. So let's talk a little bit about, before we take a break. Let's talk about the last time these two teams met. Tonight and tomorrow we're going to see, like I said, two teams that really crank up their games when facing each other, especially. There's not a lot of love lost between these two teams. Liberty over the years has given Seawolves all they can handle, especially when playing, the Liberty Flames at their home rink in a very hostile environment.
Hostile, some call it hostile, some call it a great hockey atmosphere.
I mean, I don't know how we would feel about the visiting team, with the stands hanging over the top of the pitch.
Brutal environment to play in, but it's a fun one nonetheless. If you really like the big crowds, there's a lot of noise, a lot going on, a lot of excitement.
Hey, it helps you grow a thick skin.
Oh,
if anything.
yeah.
So,
although I gotta say, I didn't see as much heckling as in years past.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I think anytime anybody,
or at least we didn't hear it.
any fan that's watching those types of games played at that level, they were being entertained.
Oh yeah.
And at one point,
those were great games.
At one point,
Both games were great.
Stony Brook. I mean, I don't want to be a homer here, but Stony Brook had the upper hand in almost 5 periods out of 6 during that. So I think maybe that might have taken some folks by surprise. But anyway, basically,
they call that awe.
Yeah. In game 1, the Seawolves got off to a slow start. I think they were down 2-0 before the 10-minute mark in that first period. But for the 10-minute mark of that first game, of that first period, that's where Stony Brook kind of took over. And they literally led the game 3-2 going into I think there was under a minute or a minute left to go in the game, and then somehow or another there was a penalty called. Surprise, surprise, surprise. I think somebody got hit with a shoulder, and however that works.
However it works.
Whether it was from the side, the front, the back,
side, front, back.
It put the Flames on a power play, and they put one home.
Yeah.
And they they went on to win that game in a shootout.
You can't take anything away from the Flames squad, though. They are ranked 4th in the nation.
Listen, when we see Liberty come on the ice to play, there's no doubt about it. The kids got some talent, and they recruit well, and they bring in players that think hockey, play hockey, and know the game. And that's not always the case when you're playing teams that are not as focused, I guess. The Seawolves this year are a little bit more focused team. Let's face it, they are. They got guys that want to win, and I think that's really what's given the team a good record so far and improved their ranking. So anyway, we talked about the first game. And then in the second game, the Seawolves took control right from the drop of the puck. At least from our perspective, watching it on video, they dominated Liberty from every aspect of the game. And then they wound up winning that game 4-0 behind some great goaltending by Brendan Jones.
Absolutely.
So Brendan kept them in the game. Liberty had opportunities to score, and Brendan just shut them down. But I would expect, after handing Liberty only their 3rd regulation loss in the season. I mean, let's face it, they're 20-3. Okay,
yeah, they're a very good team.
They're a very good team, and they don't lose much at all. Matter of fact, they're like the only team that doesn't have a stat outside of a win and a loss. So it's like
they don't have an overtime loss.
Yeah, they have one overtime loss.
They do have one overtime. Actually,
I stand corrected.
No, they don't. They don't have an overtime loss.
No, they're 20-3.
Yeah,
20 wins, 3 losses, no overtime losses. So that's cleared. But I would expect Liberty to come out tonight hard and play hard tonight. I expect them to play hard tomorrow, trying to get out of here with 2 wins. Trying to get out of here, trying to stay on top.
They want to stay on top of the ranking. That's very important. As an independent team, there's no guaranteed way for them into the Nationals. But it seemed like Liberty, though, they're shooting for the top 16.
Exactly. So
easy. Top 10, probably easy as well.
So with Liberty ranked 4th and Stony Brook ranked 9th, Liberty has more to lose in the rankings if they don't bring their, come out of here with a couple of wins. They come out of here with 1 win, I don't think that much happens. They come out of here with no wins, I think that's going to impact their ranking.
Theoretically, yes, but stranger things have happened with the computer rankings. So
the Seawolves ended their first part of their season. They split 2 games with Lebanon Valley College. They lost the first game 6-4, and they won the second game 6-2. Again, I think that might have been a little bit of a maybe not as much as an exciting opponent. Losing that first game, wasn't really a good thing for them. But I think after coming home after winning at Liberty, they just maybe didn't get up well enough for that game. And in the second game, they came back and they played strong. So the Seawolves are on a quest again to get to the national championship and maybe get to the championship game and maybe try to get lucky and win it. Who knows? Stranger things have happened, right? So
absolutely.
Tonight, the Seawolves, once again, who are ranked 9th in the nation, will take on Liberty University, who is ranked 4th. And we're going to take a short break as the Zambonis are cleaning up the ice, and we'll be back momentarily with the starting lineups and referees and the drop of the puck. Thanks for joining us tonight on Seawolves Hockey Live. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live. Andy Mignani here, along with Trevor and the team, Matt, Anthony, on the cameras. We're just drop of the puck here, so we're going to just go through the starting lineups real quickly for you. You'll hear it again through the public address announcer. The referees have made it onto the ice, so teams will be coming on shortly. The starting lineups for the visiting Liberty University will be Lindsay LeBlanc. He'll be a forward. Bram Eriksson will be a forward, and Salib Gros is a forward. On defense, Steve Ballou and Jackson Kuhn. For the Stony Brook Seawolves, Wesley Hawkins, JT Hall, and Sam Brewster will be the forwards, and on defense will be Matt Miano and Alex Miller. Tonight our referee is Bendez. We'll get his first name, but he's the first referee we've had doing a game for the Seawolves this year. Colin Schmeling will be one of the linesmen, and Kuriakos will be the other linesman. Public announcement, PA announcer is talking about the sponsors for tonight. Stony Brook Seawolves are getting ready to hit the ice. Liberty's already on the ice.
Also, Rugby, make sure you're looking for the ice, girls, and make sure you buy chocolate pucks, which will be held between the second and third period.
All right, just got a text message from my buddy Frank Frusco's tuning in tonight. All right, Frankie. So anyway, we're just waiting for the Seawolves to hit the ice here. Ice girls are on the ice. Liberty University is all ready to go. And in a moment or two, we'll have them hitting the ice. And here they come now. Heading out, led by Brendan Jones, who will be the goaltender tonight. Again, there's a new player on the Stony Brook Seawolves tonight, number 90, Satola. We'll keep an eye on him, as he'll be on the line with Kotkamp and Cassano. So we'll get ready. We'll have the Star Spangled Banner, starting lineups, and we'll get going here. Glad you could join us tonight. We've got a lot of people on here watching tonight. It's pretty good. We've got some new features. I don't know if our producer wants to talk about them, but
we've got a lot of new features, and we're trying to flex our muscles a little bit with the production tonight. We're going to try to do some video replay. Some new technology came our way via Santa Claus.
It's budget on the shoestring.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's starting roster.
All right, we'll send it down to the PA announcer for the starting lineups. All right, Blair Bennett will be in goal for Liberty.
96, Stephen Ballou.
Stephen Ballou on defense, number 96.
17, Caleb Gros.
Caleb Gros.
91, Riley Egan. Number 16, Lindsay LeBlanc. Number 63, Bram Eriksson. And your starting lineup here, Stony Brook Seawolves.
One change on the starting lineup there that I had. Number 91 will be Riley Egan will be starting on the starting line.
Number 55, Alex Miller. Number 14, Wes Hawkins. Number 17, JT Hall. Number 25, Sam Brewster.
All right, so there's the starting lineup for the Seawolves. Wes Hawkins, JT Hall, Sam Brewster, Matt Miano, and Alex Miller. And Brendan Jones in net.
We're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back to the start of the game. Thanks for watching Seawolves Hockey Live.
And welcome back as we get ready to drop the puck for the first of two games. The Stony Brook Seawolves against Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia. All right, referee makes his way to the face-off dot as we get ready to start this two-game set. So glad you could join us tonight. Remember the last two games these guys played. Liberty won one in overtime in a shootout, and the Seawolves dominated the second game, shutting out Liberty. So let's see what we get tonight. JT Hall makes his way to the faceoff circle against Lindsay LeBlanc as Benz gets ready to drop the puck. And here we go. Faceoff won back by the Seawolves. Over to Miano through the neutral zone. And no icing here. That puck was not touched. So it's in low down. A shot right on goal is saved by the net keeper, Blair. Wrap around here up to the point. Miano sends it toward net. JT Hall battling in the corner along with Brewster. He's being pushed hard down there by, that's Khalid Brew. And here comes Liberty. Erickson through the neutral zone, over to LeBlanc, and that play is offsides. Faceoff will be outside the Seawolf zone as both teams go for a line change. And this is our first look at Satola. Number 90 will be out there with Kotkamp 13 and Casano 27. And they're going against Ward, Minstell, and McCombs. This is Kavanaugh. Touch pass nicely through Kotkamp to Casano. Shot right on, saved by Blair. I wonder if Kotkamp and Casano can rekindle some of that magic that they had earlier in the season. You know, after a nice long break. Obviously, game speed is much different than practice speed, but we'll see how they do. That's Satola taking the face-off. And stolen by Casano behind the net. Dan Casano trying to get it back to Kotkamp. Satola in the corner now throws it back to Kotkamp. And that puck comes off his stick. It's taken by Chase Harris. And up the boards now, picked up by a Liberty squad player there, number 22, Street. Through the neutral zone and off the mark all the way down, and hybrid icing is called, even though Kotkamp seemed to have the advantage there. Hybrid icing has been adopted in the NHL, as you know. Comes out of the collegiate rinks. It kind of protects the defensemen a little bit so they don't get creamed into the boards. If the puck passes the hash mark and the defender is beating the home team player there, they wave it off. If not, they call icing. All right, face off to the right of Jones. It's in a muck there. Picking it up now, firing it back out. This is going to go all the way down. It'll be another icing. As it was fired all the way down. And face off will come back and be to the right of Jones again. Both teams keeping their lines on the ice. 18:32 left to go in the first period here at the rinks in Hop Park, New York. This is Kotkamp now, up the wall to Satola. Nice pass back to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh breaking through the neutral zone with speed. Kavanaugh to Casano. Casano breaks to the net. He shoots, and a save by Bennett. Casano trying to go on the short side, stick side of Bennett, and Bennett was there to stop it. This puck all the way down now at the Seawolf zone, picked up by Kavanaugh. Joseph and Kavanaugh now on defense as the Seawolves go for a change. This is Barbera, Dureski, and Lopes. Lopes, also known as the fastest man on ice, according to our friends at Liberty, as Vinny does skate pretty quick. And that pass is knocked back into the zone. Picked up by Lopes, skate through the neutral zone. You can watch Vinny's speed. Here he cuts through, and he's got a pass across to Barbera. Barbera, pass is risky. Oh, and saved by Blair. Here comes Liberty back. Shot right on goal, saved by Jones. He pushes it to the corner. Picked up another shot right on, off the pad. And Nick Dureski trying to shoot it out, but it did not get out. Both these lines have a lot of speed. I think this is a good matchup here. Having a little bit of difficulty getting that puck out. Back to get it now is Barry for the Seawolves on defense. This is Barry along with Joseph. Chris Joseph, number 44, sets up behind the net. He's got Gervaisi out there. This is Stony Brook's fourth line. Bokikio, Gervaisi, and high in the slot is Mike Amaldio. In the neutral zone, sorry. Down low, picked up by Barry to the corner here, and he bumps hard with Erickson. Erickson now throws it back behind the net, chasing down is Amaldio as he battles with Cox. And those two go at it really hard. Banging hard at the boards. Coming across is Joseph. Joseph up to Bokikio. Picks up the pass from Bokikio. Joseph is in. He comes, trying to get it back to the trailer. Gervaisi, who was just a little late getting to the puck. Miano bangs it back in as the Seawolves get back on side, and Mike Amaldio back in on the forecheck. Tried to hit Kuhn. Wes Hawkins whines and blows his stick up. And now this is Liberty coming in. This is LeBlanc with a shot and a deflection off into the corner. Not sure if Jones got a piece of that. This is Miller now picks it up through the neutral zone. Nice pass. Hard pass to Hall. Hall over to Hawkins is back with a new piece of lumber. And that puck is saved, deflected into the netting by Blair.
We're going to go ahead and take a look back at that last good attempt from Stony Brook here. This is the Lopes coming in here.
And that pass across to Dureski almost parked that puck home. Blair was there to make that stop. All right, face off to the right of Blair. Hall on with Hawkins and Brewster. The shot from the point by Miller is gobbled up by Blair Bennett, and he'll hold for a face-off. 15:55 left to go in the first period. Right now the Seawolves are out shooting Liberty 5-2, but that's always going to change quickly depending on the momentum of each team. So face off to the left of Bennett, and Hall wins it back, but then it goes back to Mrs. Harris, and he loses it on a poke check by Kavanaugh. Picked up, nice hit on by Ward on Hall. Coming to the net is Brewster Hart. Hall comes and shoots, and it hits into Ballou's skates and never got to the net. Now Ballou hits Brewster. Brewster picks the puck up behind the net to get it to Hall, trying to get it in and denied. This is Hawkins battling down low against Ward. Back up to the neutral zone, picked up by Ward. And that shot in right on goal, saved by Jones. Jones trying to get it over to Cartwright, and he does. Now it's picked up by Kavanaugh, and the Seawolves will set up behind their net. Logan watching his home run pass up the middle of the ice, and it could have been played, but it was actually waved off. Icing was waved off. This is Satola. Trying to get it to Kottkamp. Just between his legs, could not get it on the tape. Through the neutral zone, shot right on, saved by Jones. And Jones leaves it for Casely. Casely, haven't seen him in a while, getting a start tonight. And whistle as the net is off the moorings.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're reminding you again.
Scott Casely in the lineup tonight. Haven't seen Scott Casely in the lineup.
Let's take a look at that last attempt there. Dureski makes the good attempt up, but it just goes wide.
Face-off will be to the right of Jones. And Seawolves go for a line change. Actually, it's going to be outside the zone. And it'll be Cassano, Kottkamp, and Satola with Miano and Miller on D. It's against LeBlanc, Erickson, and Groh. And that puck is just floundering around in the neutral zone. It's picked up here by the Seawolves, banging right back in. Miano having a little difficulty getting it out. Now he picks it up. This is Cassano now breaking it one-on-one against Kuhn. He's got Satola breaking with him. Cassano shoots! And a save by Bennett. And this puck goes all the way down. Errant pass did not get to Miano, and picked up by Miano now as he has it. Up to Cassano through the neutral zone. And Dan Cassano is 1-on-3, gets it through, and he'll force a face-off. Good job by the captain. As the Seawolves are going for a line change. So face-off will be in Liberty's end. As the Seawolves come out with Dureski, Barbera, and Lopes, with Joseph and Casey on defense. And this will be a new player, Peter Kazmierzak, for Liberty, taking the draw, and he wins the face-off. And that's Garcia trying to get it out, but nice play by Dureski to keep it deep. Now Barbera wants support. And Casely gets it deeper into the corner. Scott Ballou digs it out for Liberty. He comes up the wall, and his pass is denied. He hoists one through the middle. Garcia. Oh, Chris Joseph is waiting for Garcia. Folks, if you've never seen Chris Joseph throw a body check, you're gonna be in for a pleasure tonight. Chris throws a lot of them.
Or depending on the side you're on, you might be cringing.
Yeah, and again, he does it for the most part, when he needs to. He doesn't go and take, he's not abusive, but he takes his chances. And there's Chris Joseph taking the puck almost all the way to the net, and denied by Bennett at the end there. This is Barbera working hard. And Nick trying to get that puck deep, gets it down low to Gervaisi, who's on. Back up to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh puts one on, and Bennett with the save and the hold. Barbera was out there a little longer. That fourth line was trying to get that line change completed, but Nick made a nice play keeping that puck in deep, keeping that pressure on.
Well, thank you guys for tuning into Seawolves Hockey Live tonight. Hopefully the video quality is great. We're now streaming on YouTube.com.
Hey, send us your comments.
Yeah, we actually can see your comments. You sign in with Google+.
All right, face-off one back by the Seawolves in the neutral zone. This is Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh over to Cartwright and trying to get a Pokikio. It's blocked away there. Nice play there by number 89. That's Mistel. And Kavanaugh in with a shot. A save by Bennett. Gervaisi with a follow-up shot and a save by Bennett. Up to the neutral zone. Here comes Mistel. He dumps all the way into the Seawolves zone. Jones back there to get it and dumps it over to Cartwright. Cartwright bangs it up to Bokikio and gets a nice little touch pass to Gervaisi. And Matt dumps it all the way in. He'll go for a line change. Back to get it now is Modio, who's knocked off the puck. And now in the neutral zone, two Seawolves collided there. Now nice pass across the middle there. Did not connect. Through the neutral zone. With speed comes Brewster. He was the handle. And it's back into the Seawolves end as both teams start to go for a line change. This is Miller controlling behind the net for the Seawolves. Pass to Hawkins, deflected right on goal, knocked away by Bennett. And back into the neutral zone, picked up by Miano, who dumps all the way in. And Hawkins in on the forecheck quickly. Out in front, oh, just missed. He almost had Brewster. Brewster looks like he's at the end of his shift, but they're doing a lot of recycling in and out of the zone, and it takes a toll when you're going as fast as you can. Through the neutral zone now. This is LeBlanc. LeBlanc cuts across, makes a shot, and a save by Jones. Good shot by LeBlanc. Low shot. Jones closed it up. LeBlanc again with the puck going to the net hard. Through the neutral, coming out through the neutral zone now is Joseph. Joseph dumps in, and his pass is knocked down. He'll dump back in again as he gets bumped by Erickson. And back behind the net is Brandon Cox as he waits for his mates to all get on the board and get settled. And here they go. And chased back by Satola, who's doing a good job, has prevented that breakout from starting. And here comes Liberty. High dump through the neutral zone. The Street picks it up while moving in. And a shot right on. Saved by Jones. Deceptive shot. Nice shot through the screen. And a good save by Jones. We've got 10:57 left to go in the first period. You're watching the Seawolves, Stony Brook Seawolves men's hockey team against Liberty University at the rinks in Hauppauge, New York. And this puck goes to the corner now, picked up by Cartwright, trying to get it up the wall. Cassano trying a neutral zone pass to Kotkamp, but they're really closing down on the Seawolves now in the neutral zone, Trev. I see a lot of that happening. The Seawolves are having a dump and chase right now, and that's, I guess it depends on the line that's out there. Some lines are more susceptible and better just dumping and chasing. But a play like this, look at a steal there by Satola. Nice steal there. Took it right away from Kuhn. Now it goes up to Miano. Miano throws one. Oh, he scores! Whoa, Matt Miano throws a floater to the net and catches Per Blenitz. I guess not thinking that puck was going to go high and wide, but high into the net it went. As we'll watch on the replay, it was a harmless little wrist shot by Matt Miano, who's just putting the puck toward the net. That's what the coaches tell you to do. Put that puck on net. It's a nice little play here. It gets up to the blue line where Miano is. He loses possession. He just floats it there, and boom, it's in the net. All right, Seawolves take a 1-0 lead. Face-off won by the Seawolves, and this is Barry who sends it all the way in. He's giving a little shake there by Ryan Kerr. And down in the corner, this is Barbera. And the puck stays down low. This is Lopes now going in after it. And Vinny Lopes trying to keep that puck moving. Lopes to the net. Lopes on his backhand. Rebound! Oh, kicked out real quickly by Bennett, and a good defensive play there by Blue to get that puck out. This is a nice save here, coming on goal after a shot by Kerr. Good save by Brandon Jones. So that's a goal for Matt Miano. And we'll find out who the assists were from. It may have been unassisted. I'm not positively sure because it did come off a Liberty player. Shot right on from the point. From the circle, top of the circle there. Ward put one on. Ward's, again, he's one of the top scorers on the
here's the replay
Liberty
again.
squad.
It's from the...
Yeah, that caught Blair Bennett. He was not even thinking of that call, not even waiting for that shot to happen. And it looked like that puck was going to sail wide. But it might have dipped right from the point. Another shot by frustrating Ward. He put 2 shots in a row, real hard blasts right into the breadbasket of Brendan Jones. And Gervasi needs to win a faceoff here. And let's see if he can win 1 out of 3. All right. All right, picked up by Barry now, and he'll drop it back to Joseph. Joseph winds it around the boards and missed by Amodio, but picked up again after it falls off the skate of Gervasi. This is Boquicchio dumping in deep, going in hard against Cox. And Boquicchio winning that battle up to the point to Cartwright. And his pass was, his shot was deflected to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh gets it down low to Gervasi. Gervasi to Amodio. Oh, and the net is off the moorings again. This time it's off the moorings in the Liberty zone. Good work there by the Seawolves. Down low, little tic-tac-toe passing play. And Seawolves are looking pretty good right now. Wonder if they can, just keep this up. Liberty looks a little flat. Maybe they just need to get their legs. But nonetheless, it's a very exciting game so far. 9-12 left to go in the first. Face up to the right of Bennett. JT Hall in the draw for the Seawolves. And all the way around. Through the neutral zone. This is LeBlanc. Picks it up for Liberty. Cross-ice pass to Egan. And a save by Jones. It puts it down for Miano. Doesn't want to take a face-off here. All the way around the boards now. As Kuhn comes in on the hard. And back out in front. This is picked up by Miller, and he just backhands it out. Seawolves doing a good job in the defensive zone. And that puck is knocked down by Miller, but through the neutral zone, here comes Egan. Egan looking for help. He throws it on. Jones, stick save to the corner. Picked up by Brewster, and not able to get it out. Picked up by Kuhn now, and a shot by Kuhn. Does not get through. Picked up by Brewster. Brewster gets the center ice, dumps all the way in. And Kuhn back to get it for Liberty as both teams make full changes. And up through the neutral zone comes Logan all the way around. Stopped by Jones behind the net. Jones puts it back in the corner. Picked up by Garland. Garland tried to get a shot on goal. Satola just missed it. And now Satola tries to send it up to Cassano, but there was good defensive play there by Garland. And this is Logan now sending it across. Picked up here by the Seawolves. Up to Casola and just off his stick. This is Blue now. Blue skating in. And loses the handle. Picked up by Kotkamp. Here comes Ryan Kotkamp. Out. Pass to Cassano on left wing. Breaking in with Kotkamp and off the stick. And keeping that puck in nicely there was Miller, but it was Casely, but it was knocked back out. All the way back in to the Seawolves zone. Back to get it is Scott Casely. He'll pick it up and head up. Oh, and he's turned back by Liberty. Good forecheck there by Ryan Kerr, forcing Chris Joseph back behind the net. Dan Cassano comes, and Joseph comes up ice on the backhand pass. Coming through the neutral zone with speed is Lopes. Lopes getting around Kuhn. Back pass to the point to Casely. Back down low to Lopes. Trying to get it to Dureski. Dureski puts, a shot was blocked. Second shot gobbled up by Blair. As the first shot was blocked by Kerr. And the puck came right back to Dureski.
So far in this period, we've had about 14 minutes of play and a lot of great goaltending on both sides. Stony Brook's been putting a lot of pressure on Blair Bennett. Jones hasn't really been tested too much with too many hard shots, I would say.
Well, difficult ones. A lot of the ones have been right at him. But he's in the game, and he's gobbling them up. He's not leaving any rebounds. All right, through the neutral zone, back to Casely. Casely will dump all the way in. And the Seawolves are doing a good job here. They're making Liberty come all the way up the ice whenever they can. And, try to get those pucks in deep. And has another one that's going to be a turnover in the neutral zone, picked back up by Joseph. And over to Miano. And Miano will make a move, and he'll dump all the way in. And put that right on goal. Why not? Take another chance, right? Matt Miano looking for number 2.
Hey, you miss 100% of the shots you never take.
Absolutely. Can't score a goal if you don't put it toward the net. All right, face-off will be to the left of Blair Bennett. On the draw for Liberty will be number 86, Robert Ward, going against number 29, Matt Gervasi. As Gervasi, Bocucchio, and Amodio are out there for the Seawolves. That's their 4th line, a grinding line. And up to the neutral zone comes McCombs with speed. And he's trying to get around Kavanaugh. Trying to get around him. Nice one-handed move, but good job by Kavanaugh to keep him wide. Bocucchio lost possession. Now he picks it up. And he throws one on goal. Saved by Blair. Looked a little unsteady on that shot.
That was a little bit of an awkward shot.
A little tricky.
It's kind of fluttering.
Maybe through a screen or, but a good shot there nonetheless. High rising wrist shot and gobbled up by Bennett. Face-off will be to the right of the Liberty goaltender, goalkeeper. JT Hall on the draw for the Seawolves. Along with shot right on from Wes Hawkins, just whistled wide. JT Hall on the forecheck down low along with Wes Hawkins. Trying to get it. Sam Brewster going up against Scott Blue. We have a penalty being called here. Looks like number 16, LeBlanc, is going to go. Or, from what I can see, oh no, number 63, Erickson. And Seawolves will go on their first power play of the new year. I didn't hear what the call was, but we'll figure it out. Oh, and face-off, one back by the Seawolves, picked up by Cassano. Cassano, Cartwright, Kotkamp, Hawkins, and Doreski. As Jones left it out in the middle there for Cartwright, picked it up, and now Doreski, cross-ice pass through the neutral zone comes Kotkamp. Kotkamp breaking in with Doreski. Oh, just off the mark. Gobbled up by Bennett as Doreski was dumped after that play. 1:32 left to go in the power play.
Number 63, check from behind. Time to penalty, 5:43.
All right, face off to the right of Bennett. Doreski on the draw. And this puck is won back by Liberty. They fire all the way down. This is Jones leaving it to Cassano. Cassano up to Kotkamp through the neutral zone with speed. Kotkamp trying to get it deep. He's pushed off the puck really well there. Good play there defensively. And this puck comes across to Cartwright. Cartwright now will control it. He'll dump all the way in and all the way around. Back to get it is Cox. And he's hit by Brewster. And the puck is now, Stony Brook needs some more players on the ice here. Ropes over to Cassano. Cassano back to Barbera. And very aggressive penalty kill by Liberty, not giving the Seawolves much room at all. Back out in front. Brewster just missed it. And good defensive play there. Picked up by Kuhn as Kuhn comes in. Trying to get that puck to the net and shoots it all the way around. It's picked up by Kavanaugh. Over to Joseph. 27 seconds left to go in the power play for the Seawolves, and that puck is batted out. Good job by Liberty on the kill. Picked up by Kavanaugh now behind the net. And it's a setup. And coming up fast. Lopes breaking through the neutral zone with speed, coming in. Tries to get it to Barbera. He does. Barbera with it. Now over to Kavanaugh. Back to Barbera. Barbera cross-ice feed to Modio, and a shot deflected. Nice save by Bennett on a deflection. Modio with the puck now, trying to get it out, and in a little bit of limbo land, so Joseph just falls back. This puck was all the way down, and loose behind the net, picked up by Kavanaugh as Erickson is out of the penalty box, and this pass is picked off by Gervaisi. Cross-ice pass picked off in a neutral zone. Good play there by Cox, and good anticipation. Now it's picked up again by the Seawolves as Modio throws one on net, and Bennett makes the save back behind the net. This is Cox. Bokikio down low for the Seawolves. Trying to get it up the wall, but unable to do so. Erickson was there to pick it off, and trying to get a pass through to Egan. Egan being watched by Miano. Cross-ice pass went all the way across. Satola tried to get it to Gervaisi, Bokikio. Now this is Bokikio trying to make a move and lost it on a, I don't know, was a poke check or his stick just came off the puck. This is Harris now. He'll just try to dump in, but he's got Erickson with him. Erickson's got to get off. I'm sure he's gassed. He'll be heading to the bench. And this is fired all the way in. Picked up by Matt Miano. And he tries to get a quick one out to Cassano, who gets it to Kotkamp. Kotkamp racing in. Kotkamp coming in and loses on a poke check. Picks it back up. Dumps it back to Cassano. Across to Kotkamp. He scores on a give and go. Beautiful play. Dan Cassano to Ryan Kotkamp. 2-0.
See that on replay here. Kotkamp with the puck. He's going to take his time. He's going to make a great play down to the bottom there. He's going to get the puck back and just pop it right over Blair Bennett.
And Ryan Kotkamp knows how to finish. I just wish they would have seen more of that in that international play, because they missed an opportunity there to give that kid more ice time. Ryan Kotkamp, team leading 21st goal, assisted by the captain, co-captain Dan Cassano. Casely now for the Seawolves controls the puck through the neutral zone to Lopes. And you know what? Vinny Lopes kind of made some things happen out there too. I got to tell you, his speed adds stuff to this game that people don't see. You know, and when the next shift comes out and they see the energy that that kid brings to this ice, the next line comes out with that kind of energy, it puts everybody back on their heels. You can almost see it. And whistles going on, a lot of whistles happening. Line changes are not going to be allowed. All right. Face-off will be to the left of Bennett. This is Zareski, who probably is going to get tossed. And Lopes will take the draw. And Lopes tries to win that, and won back by Liberty. Kuhn is knocked down, and going to the sin bin will be Nick Barbera, who reached in a little bit too far and took the feet out. Nick's a big kid. He's got a lot of strength. So face-off will be in the Seawolves zone, as the Seawolves now will go on the PK, and Liberty will be on the first power play. Liberty has a good power play. We know. We saw it. Seawolves got to be ready for it. They'll be out there with LeBlanc, Ward, McCombs, Kuhn, and Egan. That's their top. So there's the top line here on the power play. They're playing their best players all on one line. Shot right on, saved by Jones. McCombs got a good shot off. And this puck is in limbo land right now, and out there defending is Lopes, Joseph, Cartwright, and Satola. This is Egan. Now back to the point to McCombs. Did not get a shot. This is Ward. Back to McCombs. Tees it up. Shot. Deflected wide. Jones didn't even touch it. It went right into the corner. Picked up. Back to the point now. This is Ward. Over to McCombs. McCombs is the guy they want shooting the puck. Over to Egan. Egan down low. Back to Egan. Egan trying to get a shot. Oh, right up in front to LeBlanc. LeBlanc is knocked down. Denied by Joseph and Cartwright as Jones gobbles the puck up. 1:13 left to go.
We might see the faceoff come outside the zone here. Liberty defenseman coming in just a little bit tight. I don't know if the linesman caught that.
Nah, my guess is it's going to be right. Oh, you might be right.
Absolutely, it's
good
it's a
call.
rule.
Good call by the
right in the
referee
rule
there.
book. If the defenseman collapsed down on the scrum, they're instigating an altercation. And the linesman's actually explaining that to him right now.
And as Mr. Schmeling is doing so eloquently. All right, face-off back in the neutral zone. This is Ballou now over to Minstrel, who's in now. As the Seawolves have changed their D up now and have Miller and Miano out there. And a good defensive play there by Hawkins, knocking that puck out. As Logan is way off sides right now. He's coming back out of the Seawolves zone now, as this is Ballou coming in. And Ballou, good play there by Miano. And Miano now tries to get it up the wall, but it's picked up by Harris as Liberty's made a change as well. On their PK.
This could be a chance here.
This is a nice opportunity, but it's going to be offsides. As Erickson gives Brewster a little love tap there, and Brewster responds back. You know, Sam is a big boy from Texas, and they don't like love taps.
Down to 33 2/10.
Wow, where is this first period gone?
Well, we've had a first period with 30 shots, 2 goals, 2 penalties.
And like I said, the shots on goal right now 15-15. So this game is just heating up, folks. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing, stick around. It's going to get better. Through the neutral zone, here comes McCombs. And Kotkamp takes McCombs off the puck. Ryan Kotkamp skating all the way around. Watch that check from McComb. Tried to take Kotkamp right out, but he lifted his head at the right time. Shot, blistering shot by Ward. Ward likes that slap shot. Took another one and saved by Jones as Coons talking to Jones, trying to ask him when he's going to let one through.
3 ticks left on the penalty.
Right. That power play is still in effect here for another 3 seconds, and LeBlanc, Egan, and McCombs and company are back on the ice, and this is Dereski on the draw, and this is McCombs coming through. We got less than 10 seconds in the period, and that's it. We got a little bit of some affectionate touching going on there in front of the net before the end of the period. As this is going to be a good one. Yeah, they're already talking about where they're going to meet after the game. Where they're going to go out.
There's a lot of great places to go.
Oh, I tell you, they'll get together and have a couple of nice cups of coffee or something after the game.
Yeah, they could be grabbing some twofers at Applebee's.
All right. Anyway, listen, we're at the end of the first period. We've got a 2-0 score. The Stony Brook Seawolves right now are winning against the Liberty University squad, but that's the end of the first period. We got 2 more periods to go, so we're going to take a short break, and they're going to cut the ice, and we'll be back momentarily for the start of the second period. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live. Send us your comments. leading on the first goal by Matt Miano, which was a floater that Blair Bennett, the goalkeeper for Liberty, I guess didn't see coming in. It looked like it was going to go high and wide, and it might have dipped just below the crossbar and landed in the net. That was the first goal. And then the second goal was set up very nicely by Dan Casano to Ryan Kotkamp, who beat Blair Bennett over the left shoulder on a nice pass play, and we're 2-0 score. So we're getting ready to start the second period. Glad you could join us again. And for the Seawolves, they will start with Nick Barbera. It'll be Vinny Lopes. And actually, we have a penalty. We have matching penalties there at the end of the period they called. So we have in the penalty box for the Seawolves is Barry. So it's a 4-on-4. And LeBlanc for Liberty. So Liberty making a lot of noise on the bench there. This must be a team ritual. They start banging their sticks. And all right, and here we go. 4-on-4 hockey for 2 minutes. And picked up by Blue. Blue dumps in behind the Seawolves net. Stopped by Jones. He lets it go for Joseph. Folds it back across the back of the net to Kavanaugh. He's watched by McCombs. Back to Joseph. And Joseph skates up. Back to Kavanaugh. Good forecheck there by McCombs. And Seawolves now losing the puck is Barbera. And it's an opportunity. And it's stolen. Oh, nice play there by Kavanaugh, taking that puck away from Ward, who's coming hot and heavy on the forecheck. Expect Liberty to come hard this period. They did not skate well that first period. This is Lopes now, knocking his player off the puck. Picked up by Joseph, skating through the neutral zone, coming in on off wing, shoots, saved by Lucy. That's in the net. That's in the net. That puck went in over the line. That's a goal.
We're gonna go to the replay on that one.
It's a goal. It's a goal. That puck went over the line. Very, very obviously. I could see it from here. And Blair Bennett had it, and it went behind him. We're going to look at the replay. We'll see if we can see it. But from where I was standing, in my viewpoint, that puck was over the line. And the Seawolves have capitalized on a 4-on-4. Chris Joseph with the rush, taking the off-wing shot, which is a tough shot to save against because you don't see the angle coming.
Let's see here. Actually, did he get that?
Keep going. The puck is behind him. It's already in the net. He pushes it in with his glove.
That's really close.
Yeah, you really can't see it from the replay. We don't have an in-the-net camera, but from my viewpoint, from where I'm standing, I saw Blair's glove slide into the net over the line as quickly as it was, but he pulled it out quick. So it's a goal. They're going to call the goal and face off center ice. Ryan Kotkamp out there now with Casano. It's picked up by Kuhn. Kuhn circles back across the Cox. Now over to Mistral. And nice pass, trying to get it across, taken away by the Seawolves. Home run pass here up to Casano. And Casano's offsides on that play. Good pass up by Miller, but Dan was in the zone before the puck got to him, so it's an offsides. That'll be Chris Joseph, unassisted, I would assume. Unless he got a pass from somebody in the zone, not sure. Face-off outside the zone, knocked down by Casano. And over to Kotkamp. Kotkamp breaks in. Ooh, knocked off the puck. Really good, nice check there by Cox. Kotkamp trying to make a cut, but couldn't get around Cox. High rising shot, knocked down by Jones, and then another pad save on Kuhn. It's Kuhn coming in deep. As Liberty trying to bring it. They can, so they will bring it. Oh, that's a nice deflection attempt there. Kuhn down low in the corner. Watched by Kavanaugh. And the puck goes to the net. Picked up by Joseph. We're still 4-on-4 for another 12 seconds. Back up to the point to Kuhn. Kuhn, this shot high off the glass. Joseph back to get it. Cox back to get it. We got a penalty here coming. Looks like it might be Joseph going. as someone's going to the penalty box. It's going to be Joseph. I think it may be for a high hit, or actually it's who's going? Yeah, it is Joseph. He'll probably going for that check in the corner. Maybe coming up a little high. Rough.
So it'll be 4-on-3 for 3 seconds.
4-on-3 for 3 seconds.
And we will go immediately to a standard 5-on-4 power play.
All right, face off to the left of Jones. And this is Zareski on the draw back there. He's got Miller with him and Miano. Back to the point to McComb. Winds. Oh, and fakes the shot. Back to the point again. Now we're 5-on-4. And down low to Ward. Ward with the puck on the half boards down low. Working that puck low. Oh, the shot attempt by Kuhn. He fanned on it. That would have been a goal probably. Bennett holds it up for McComb. And this is McComb's coming up. Up to Egan. Cross-ice pass. Nice pass to Ward. Ward in with speed. Fakes the shot. Try to get him around Miano. Can't do it. And he'll set up. Back to the point to McCombs. Back to Ward. Ward will get it to McCombs. He'll try to get that shot off. Down low. Working down low to LeBlanc. LeBlanc up to Ward. Ward on back down to LeBlanc. Back up to Ward. Seawolves are trying to keep him on the outside. Shot down low. Saved by Jones. And kick to the corner by Miller. And up the boards by Brewster trying to get it out. Couldn't get it all the way out. It's kept in by LeBlanc. LeBlanc, nice move around Brewster. Coming to the net, working around. And that net is off the moorings. As nice move there by LeBlanc trying to get to the net. And using a screen down low. Using his own player as a screen. Or as a pick, as they call it. And that net is off the mooring, and faceoff will be to the left of Jones. 16:59 left to go in the second period. And 58 seconds left to go on the PK for the Seawolves. Back to the point. This is Minstrel, and he'll try to get back to Ballou, back to Minstrel. Oh, the pass is taken away by Dresky. Dresky trying to get it across to Brewster, but he's at the end of the shift. Dresky now going in, and then Ballou picks it up. And this is Cox now over to Ballou. Ballou skating through the neutral zone. Seawolves got 3 guys back defending this power play. It's got 30 seconds left to go in it. And down on the half wall, back trying to get it back to the point. This Minstrel now gets it down low to Erickson, to Logan. Logan to Cox. And Steele's doing a good job pinning him in, not giving him much room. Back to the point to Ballou. Ballou back to Cox. And trying to get a shot off, makes a move around, and a nice poke check. Ballou with a shot, saved by Jones off the glove. Coming through the neutral zone. Vinny Loeb's trying to get around somebody. He made a nice move, but puck anyway down into the Liberty zone. We're all even up 5-on-5. Stretch pass up to Logan. Pushed off the puck by Amodio. And a shot right on, off angle. Good save by Jones, back out of neutral zone, thrown back in by Kuhn. And Jones stops it for Casely. Casely behind the net. Casely over to Miano. Miano hoists it up and out of the zone, through the neutral zone, picked up by Groh. Dumped in by Garcia. Coming hard, Casey's coming hard. Puck is kind of hanging out there, loose. Picked up by Kuhn now. Kuhn. Liberties have a lot of zone time here in the Seawolves' end. And out shooting the Seawolves now by 4 shots. But losing on the board 3-0. Back to the point to Groh. Groh gets a wrist shot off. Bucket off by Jones. Miano fighting hard down low against Garcia. And this is Amadeo with the puck. Amodio through the neutral zone trying to get it out. Boquillo could not get to it. This is Casely now. Casey's going to just bang it off the boards, get it into Modio, and they'll go for a line change here. They got a whistle, probably for an offsides. As the Seawolves needed a line change there. Yeah, this is the second period. We've talked about this before. Teams have a long change. The defensive zone is, kind of very far away from where they're, where they got to skate from, and you got to get the puck deep to get your D off. That's the key. Face off outside the Seawolves zone. Kottkamp on the draw against LeBlanc. Went back by LeBlanc. Cox throws it all the way in. And this is Joseph. The walls picked off by Cassano, trying to get it back to Kotkamp. Get off to get it as Cox. Picked up by Cassano, coming in. He's got, just missed Satola. Just missed. Oh, Joseph tried to keep it in, but it fluttered outside the blue line. Satola with a nice shot there, just missed the net by inches. Good play there by Dan Cassano and Ryan Kotkamp. Face off outside Liberty zone. And Kotkamp on the draw against LeBlanc. Face off won by the Seawolves, picked up by Satola. Satola's with the puck over to Kotkamp. He rips it high. There's a rebound. Loose and out of the zone. Nice play there. Falling down, making a great play to get it out was Egan. As he was falling back, and now this will be an icing. This is go all the way down. But Egan definitely made a nice play there. Get that puck out of the zone, take the pressure off. That line was bringing it. All right, Seawolves come out with Hall on center. Brewster left wing. And Hawkins on right wing with Cartwright and Kavanaugh. Picked up by Liberty. This is Ballou now. Knocked off the puck by Hall. Good check there by Hall. Through the neutral zone, Cartwright picks it up. Nice touch pass to Hall. Back onside. This is Hall coming in. Shoots. Save. Oh, he wasn't onside. It was a very, very close play. Looked like he was onside. Looked like he made it back. And Liberty's, still asking where we going after the game. What do you recommend?
There's a lot of places you can go on Long Island. I mean, you can try the local places. You go to the Chains. They can meet up at the bench later.
They just keep getting together and having those conversations. I don't know what to tell you. All right.
Again, folks, we are streaming at a new platform tonight, so we want to know what you think of the new broadcast feed, and what you think of us implementing new replay features. Let us know in the YouTube comments. You do need a Google Plus account to do that.
All right, face-off, won by the Seawolves, dumped in by Cartwright all the way deep as he's banged by McCombs. Trying to get control of the puck, unable to handle it. It's Harris. As Harris was sent flying. Shot right up at Bennett. Oh, right out in front. And JT Miller couldn't capitalize on that. Here comes McComb. Down left wing. Sends a weak one to the net. Minstrel picks it up. Back to McComb. Trying to get it back out in front. Deflected by the Seawolves. Picked up by Hawkins now. Co-captain Wesley Hawkins. And he'll just control it up to Hall. Hall's run off by Harris. And back to Kuhn. Kuhn through the neutral zone to McComb. And McComb in. McComb rips a high shot. Saved by Jones. And he tosses it to the side. Tereski in on the puck there, as well as Barbera and Kavanaugh. And Kavanaugh comes away with it. And loses it. Back into the corner it goes. Cartwright hammered.
And
this will be a penalty here, as I think Tyson Street came in a little high on Cartwright, got him in the back.
Well, the key there was that it was to the back and into the boards. Right. And the referees are making a very, very, very important note to make sure they're calling them to discourage that type of play. They're discouraging at all levels now. I mean, everything from the little kids all the way up to the NHL. The checks from behind are starting to be more scrutinized.
Yeah, they are. And it's about time. All right, face off to the left of Blair Bennett. Blair Bennett. Him too. All right.
Well, he hasn't actually had a super stellar performance so far.
He played amazing when Stony Brook played them back in early November, but he's had a little bit of a challenge tonight. All right, face off to the left, and one by the Seawolves. Back to the point, back to Joseph, back to Cassano. Over to Barbera as the Seawolves on a power play. Down low to Kotkamp, back to the point to Cassano. Cassano rips it high and wide. Joseph keeps it in deep, picked up by Kotkamp, tries to get it back up to the point, picked up by Joseph, across to Cassano. Down low, trying to get it to Hawkins, off the mark, and these passes that don't get on the tape are going to picked up by Barbera. Cross! Oh, had Kotkamp wide open on the open side of the net. Picked up here by Barbera. He loses it, but back to Cassano. Cassano over to Joseph. Joseph back to Cassano. Stony Brook moving the puck well here as the power play is working pretty well here, as Liberty's not as aggressive on this one as they were on the first one.
Yeah, it's one thing that it's really big to notice is Liberty is not going after the puck as fast as they were on the previous power play.
Yeah, and because the Seawolves did score on that power play, maybe the fact that they were too aggressive, maybe they're just backing off a little bit. But Seawolves are moving the puck around pretty well there. Had a couple of opportunities. Kotkamp on the back door just missed. A shot by Cassano from the point went wide, or might have been deflected wide. Faceoff will be outside now as the puck maybe hit the netting. And this is now Brewster, Dureski, Lopes, Kavanaugh, and Cartwright. This is Lopes now coming in, shoots off the crossbar. Oh, and Vinny looks to the heavens.
Did that one go off the crossbar, or did a Liberty player get a touch on that?
I don't know, but my cousin Vinny's not going to be happy. He should have had that. And that's what he's thinking. That's what he's thinking.
I think a Liberty player must have gotten a touch on that. Or at least that's the official thought.
Face off.
Still inside.
Lopes to the front. Oh, it tries to duck it in and unable to get it past Where Bennett. This is Kavanaugh with a high shot. And his shot is knocked down by Bennett. Seawolves are just having their way here. This is Kavanaugh over to Dureski. Dureski pokes it past the defender. And back to the point to Cartwright. Cartwright controls it. Gets it across to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh looking for some help here. Back to Cartwright. Cartwright, cross-ice pass. Down low to Lopes. Watched by Erickson. Lopes comes in, shoots again, high and wide. Maybe block it away, but off the mark. And Brewster unable to grab it. Now he picks it up. Brewster trying to control it down low. Gets it over to Lopes. Back to Kavanaugh. Back to Cartwright. Oh, that was a pass.
Brewster almost with the tap in there.
Almost with the tap in, yeah. Good idea there. Oh, this puck just goes awry. And fired all the way down as we get 6 seconds left to go in the power play. And it looks like Liberty's going to fight, do a good job, and kill it off as they come in hard. As the Seawolves go for a change as well. And now this is Kuhn trying to control it. He loses the handle on it. This is Kotkamp, Cassano, and Catella again. This is Kotkamp, controls the puck. He's got Catella trying to make a nice move around Harris. And that pass goes up to Miller. He fires it into the corner. Satola with the puck down low. He's controlling it back to Kotkamp. Kotkamp trying to get to the net. They're doing a good job keeping him away. And picked up by Miano now. He'll dump in as the Seawolves will have to touch back up. Back to get it for Liberty's Kuhn. And Kuhn's pass is deflected back by Cassano into the corner. Good job of forechecking by this line. Liberty breaking out. This is McCombs now, and he is going to be off. Well, they didn't call it, but he was a little bit offsides on that play.
Just got it, barely.
Liberty trying to make some plays in front of the net. Oh, and the Seawolves survived that one as Cassano comes up through the neutral zone. Drop pass to Costella. Shoot! Shot on goal and a save by Bennett. Nice play there by Cassano. A drop pass. Had a little bit of mayhem going on behind the scene there. Behind the play.
LeBlanc are having a few words.
Yeah, I just think they just haven't really decided on where they want to go later, so I just think they're going to keep talking about it. All right. Face-off will be to the left of Bennett. Got 9:32 left to go in the second period. Stony Brook up 3-0 at this point. And face-off one back by Liberty. Blue cross the street, and he fires into the corner. This is Barry now getting it out. Joseph battling in the corner with Street, and it's picked up. Shot goes wide by Logan. Modio trying to get that puck out, and Gervaisi now gets a stretch pass up to Joseph, and Bokikio's offsides as that puck was behind Bokikio into Joseph's stick through the neutral zone. Garland almost lost it. Street now loses it and bang right back into Liberty zone. Hard on the forecheck is Modio. Modio, good check there. Wins the puck. Back to the point. It was out of the zone as Chris Joseph has not made it back into the zone yet, and Bokikio got him a pass. This is Joseph trying to get through the neutral zone. Touch pass. That's Brewster. Stony Brook's got to be careful here. The D's starting to join the play. Garland with a shot. Saved by Jones. Stony Brook's got to be careful. As Joseph now is having.
And it looks like they're going to go.
I think Chris Joseph is trying to really explain to the Liberty player that we really do know where to go. And I just don't know what. So. As Chris Joseph was tangled up with Garland, and I'm sure they're both going to go for a couple of minutes. As Chris got his helmet ripped off, but Garland was really not in any position to do much more than that. So
I don't know if we have a camera on that, but we'll see if we can pull that up. See if our
game's getting a little testy.
Just a teensy bit.
But hockey is a game of emotions. If you ever strapped them on and played it, you'd know. All right.
Just going to ask Matt over here if he got a shot of that.
Referees will.
Oh, there was the shot. Hang on. We got to. I know what started this one.
All right. We got a little replay
Let's
of the.
See if we could get up to the altercation here. While we're awaiting the verdicts.
And watch the replay.
Let's see here. All right, so you keep your eyes posted to the bottom left of the screen here. It's going to be really quick. Joseph's going to get a really big shot off here. And right here.
Again, a clean check.
And that is what lit the bonfire.
Yeah. And then the play went up the ice, and all right.
Meanwhile,
so
they were they were busy tangling down there.
Number 44, Stony Brook, 2 minutes for rough, additional 2 minutes for rough. Number 12, Liberty, 2 minutes for a face mask. Time to penalty, 22.
I'm impressed that face mask is now a penalty in hockey.
Called a face mask?
I'm pretty sure you just called a face mask.
Okay.
Face mask.
Face masking.
On the offense.
All right, I'll just put it down as high sticking because that's what I'm using.
I think roughing would have been the appropriate call.
Yeah.
I think they just made one up there.
Well, I think Chris Joseph got the roughing, so.
I think we could just call 6 minutes of roughing.
All right, we've got 4 on. No, do we have 4 on 4?
We have a 5-on-4 power play opportunity.
Okay, because Joseph got 4 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, so Chris Joseph got 4 minutes, and Liberty got 2, and that's why there's 2 minutes on the board. And 5-on-4 power play for Liberty for 2, as they come out with LeBlanc, Kuhn, Ward, and everyone. And here comes Vinny Lopes. Oh, and he blew a tire. Oh, and then he's hauled down.
He was just checked there.
Yeah.
Nothing dirty about that one. That was a good, clean check.
Yeah.
Vinny tried to pull a stop maneuver, and
he was
wasn't
going
able
for,
to go
going
backwards
for that shorthanded goal. That's for sure. Because
they threatened. They threatened before.
All right, Dureski, Lopes, Miller, and Miano on this kill. And behind the net here comes Liberty. Egan, cross-ice pass to Ward, in with speed. And bang right back by Jones with the stick. Cross-ice pass to Ward. He likes to bring that slap shot. He's got McCombs at the top. Back to Ward. Cross-ice pass all the way across to Egan. That did not work. Back out to the neutral zone. 1:17 left to go on the man advantage. To Kuhn, all alone there. Jones was wide open, and then Egan punches it in. Stony Brook got caught flat-foot there, and it cost them as Liberty puts a power play goal in and cuts the lead to 2. And the Seawolves there just a little, Chris Joseph is in the penalty box. He's one of their main penalty killers, so they're a little off on the mark there as far as the kill is concerned. But a lot of pressure by Liberty and a good goal, so let's see if this gives Liberty some life. This is Cavanaugh back over to Cartwright. Cartwright up to the neutral zone. Pass off the mark. And this will be icing.
Let's see if we can go back to this goal here. Good opportunity there. Jones was able to get that one knocked away, but he was not able to clean up the rebound.
Yep. All right. Face off to the right of Jones. And it'll be Kotkamp on the draw against LeBlanc. Back to the point. LeBlanc wins it. Grow with the shot and a save by Jones. He saw that all the way, so there was no screen in front of him and was able to glove it down. And Liano will come out with Miller as Kavanaugh and Cartwright will head off. Joseph is still in the box along with Garland for another couple of minutes, so less than a minute, I'm sure. This is Cassano now dumps it out. And back to get it is Ballou as he carrying out. Pass through the neutral zone. Pass drop. Picked up by Kotkamp coming in with Satella. And off the ring and off the post was Cassano. Great feed, great pass. Those three players are really looking good together there. Kotkamp picks it up now, heads back up ice with Cassano and Satella.
3-on-2.
Low shot, rebound. Oh, Kotkamp just missed it. Boy, I'll tell you.
I believe the net went off there. No, but it looks like it stayed on.
Those three guys look like they've been playing together for years. Through the neutral zone, picked up by Kuhn.
Oh, we got a fish arm from the official there.
Yeah, we got some action going on behind the scenes here that's going to get nasty in a little bit. And the referee's making a call as the net is off the moorings. But we've got some
fans are not happy about the officiating in the ring. That's for sure.
We've got some non-calls being made. I'll just leave it at that. Stuff going on behind the scenes.
Liberty was actually celebrating there, thinking the referee called a goal when in fact, he did not.
But Stony Brook can make a line change if they want. That's what the ref's trying to say. And they need to bring out one more player, and they did. And face-off will be to the left of Jones with 6:18 left to go in the second period. And Kotkamp took down Crescent.
A lot of fancy stick work happening, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when it starts to get nasty because no icing here is waved off. And,
Claire Bennett just threw a pick there.
Just got knocked down, but he stood in the way, and it could have been an interference call, but they don't call it on goaltenders. Nice move here. A shot saved by Jones as the Seawolves are going to go on the PK again. They got to control the puck first. As the game is taking on a bit of a nasty flair, if you haven't noticed.
That's for sure.
So Seawolves have to maintain their cool. Don't take the retaliatory penalty, and everything will be fine. But now Chris Joseph is still in the box. Why is he still in the box? Did he get more?
He got 2 and 2, so his second 2 minutes doesn't start until
but they scored on the power play.
Yeah, but he has an additional 2 for the coincidental, so his 2-minute coincidental doesn't start until the 2 minutes on the board expire.
Okay, all right. Now that we know that,
the more you know.
All right, control by Liberty at the point to McCombs. Down low on the half wall to Ward. Ward looking for his options. He's got people down low, and Kuhn rates parked in front of that net. Back to McCombs. He shoots. Rocket. Wide. Picked up by Lopes now. Lopes is going to skate up. It's a 2-on-2. Lopes has help. He's got the rescue with him. Lopes rips it high behind the net.
Takes a funny carom off that backboard.
And stayed back there. So Lopes will come off now. And still no Chris Joseph out there on the penalty kill, which hurts the Seawolves. Back up
giveaway to Hawkins. He's just going to send it down to Bennett.
And Bennett fires it up to Ward. Back up to trying to get out to the neutral zone. He's watched by Hawkins. He's forced him all the way back. Good job by Hawkins. And now Ballou goes back to get it. Hawkins is on him. Hawkins doing a great job on the forecheck. Now blows the tire. But up to the neutral zone. Well, good move by Harris here, but he loses the puck. It's fired all the way back down by Brewster.
Hawkins
good job this time here on the Seawolves on the PK. And now Bennett did it again, where he's a big guy. So you got to be careful. You bump into him, you knock him down. It's a penalty. This is Harris now. Nice play to Minstrel behind the back pass. Minstrel looking for some options. Down low. Back to Minstrel. Up to Blue. Blue winds, shoots, and sailed it wide. Harris on the half board down. And he's looking for options too. Back to the point to Blue. Blue with the puck. Back to Harris. Harris rewind. Fake. And it deflected by Logan trying to get a deflection on net. Went wide. Back to Blue. Black Blue over to Harris. Big battle going on in front of that net there. Logan and Miano going at it. Miano trying to keep him out. Oh, good play by Miller. And now we're back to even. Oh, he could have easily played that puck. Blue could have played it, but he let it go, so icing was waved off. We're back to even 5-on-5. And
it's a dangerous play. That's a dangerous risk you make when you purposely not play the puck there.
Yeah, it sometimes comes back to bite you. All right, Casano picking it up. Nice pass to Satola. Satola gets it to Kotkamp, who skates in with it. Oh, and he's off sides. Thought he was already in the zone, but puck may have fluttered up on him. All right. 3:06 left to go in the second period. 3-1. Stony Brook Seawolves are leading Liberty University. Face-off outside the Liberty zone. Brian Kotkamp on the draw. One back by Liberty. This is Kuhn now. And trying to get it up to... Could not on the pass. Kikio with a shot. Was trying to get it up to Kazmierzak. And it was off the mark. Stony Brook got the puck back in the zone. And Kikio took the shot. Saved by Bennett. Got a nice crowd down here tonight, huh?
Yeah, surprisingly for early January game, we got a lot of great people out in the crowd. Try to get some crowd shots in between periods.
All right. Face-off will be to the right of Bennett. Satola on the draw for the Seawolves. And one back by Liberty, picked up by Kuhn. And he gets it up to Egan. Touch pass across, missed off the mark. Picked up by LeBlanc, and his shot goes off the side of the net. Picked up by Kotkamp. And Kotkamp skating through the neutral zone. He loses it to Egan on a nice check. Oh, now Kotkamp is... the referee doesn't even see what happened. Kotkamp got elbowed right in the head. And there's a trip. No call there. So the referees are definitely putting their whistles in the pocket. So, and that's what tends to happen in these games is they get heated because those types of plays are not called.
Yeah,
they're obvious penalties.
The problem is, though, I had the opportunity to talk to one of the officials from the previous game about some of the non-calls and consistent calls, and it's a very tough decision the official has to make when they either make or not make the call, because it could make the tempers flare even more.
I still think you have to call the tripping, and I mean the hooking. You know what, you can get away with that occasionally, but the tripping and the elbows to the head. Those are the calls you got to make because those are the ones that hurt people.
I'm all for making all the calls. I just want to see consistency.
Yep. Kavanaugh with an opportunity was blocked down. Picked up by Wokikio now. Gervaisi going hard. And he tries to keep it in. He does. Gets it all the way down to Amodio down low. Amodio trying to get it to Gervaisi. Oh, and he had his stick up at the time. He's tapping his stick, and the stick was up, and the puck went underneath it. And this shot goes all the way around. Cox trying to keep it in for Liberty. Picked up and dropped back behind. Picked up by Gervaisi, trying to get through the neutral zone with speed is Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh, defenseman. Oh, big hit by Amodio, sticking up for his own player. Mike may have a little bit of a issue there. Big shoulder hit there by Amodio. Backing up his defenseman who went up there to get that puck. Good play by Mike. And knocked down there is Bokikio by Ballou. And Lopes on the forecheck, knocking that puck back. This puck is now in the neutral zone, picked up by Dureski, dumps in. Stony Brook needs to keep bringing that pressure. Lopes picks up that bad pass, cross, oh! Almost a tap in for Barbera, but it was an elevated pass. Kept in by Dureski now. Oh, it's right to Barbera. Oh, he scores on a backhander!
What a shot.
Whoa! Nick Barbera. What a goal. Nothing Billy Bennett could do there. That was a perfect shot on the backhand. Baloo was in front of him, checking him in front of him. There's just no way you could stop that shot. And he just hit it perfectly. Seawolves back to a 3-goal lead with under a minute left to go in the second period.
Take a look at the replay here.
He got every bit of that backhander, and it just fired into the net.
Good, solid work here, working it in the corner, get in front of the net.
Look at that.
And the backhander right there, perfect.
Forecheck on that line was great, and that's the key, is when you put that forecheck on, you put the pressure on teams, they just back up, they get on their heels, and they can't defend. Coming hard, JT Hall around the wall, picked up by Street, and through the neutral zone, stopped by Miano, who dumps in. Matt Miano has a goal tonight, first one tonight. And this is Miller. Miller hoists one, and that one goes out of the rink. Oh, didn't hit anybody there.
Stony Brook goal scored by number 11, Nick Barbera, assisted by number 11, Nick Gillespie. Time to go, 50 seconds.
So that was Barbera. Shot from the point, saved by Jones. And kicked out by Brewster into the neutral zone. And that puck goes all the way down into the Seawolves end. Miller back hard. He gets slammed twice. As Liberty's just bringing those checks, and they don't, they're not making these calls right now. So Seawolves got to keep their heads up. Big check here. Oh, and we have another player. Now, again, good check by Wes Hawkins on Kuhn, and then someone comes and grabs Wes Hawkins' face mask. We'll get another face masking penalty. As the boys get together just at the end of the period, as the game has escalated a little bit on the intensity side, just a tad. But at the end of 2, we've got a 4-1 score. The Stony Brook Seawolves 4 and the Liberty University Flames 1. Right now, shots on goal, 27 for the Seawolves through 2 periods and 26 for Liberty. As the referees get the boys separated, as they'll head into their respective locker rooms and sit down for 15. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back. We hope you're enjoying the broadcast and enjoying this very spirited hockey game. And as these two teams battle it out, number 4 in the nation against number 9. And we're going to take a short break. So stick around. I'm sure the third period is going to be interesting. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live. there is a face masking penalty.
Oh, that must be new.
And it's not new.
Really?
And it's been in the college ranks for a long time. And it is a 5-minute penalty major. So it's a, you get basically DQ'd from the game, and you're sitting the next one.
Interesting.
So I don't know, and I asked the referees before I came back up if they called a face mask penalty, and they weren't clear. I said, well, that's what I heard on the ice. Did you call it? And they were actually thinking that I was talking about the play at the end of the second period, where Wesley Hawkins got his face shield lifted. And if they're going to call that a face mask penalty, it's a major penalty.
Well, I just pulled out the NCAA rulebook, which the league does follow. So we'll see if we can get something out of this.
All right. Well, we're going to start the second period. The Seawolves will be on a power play.
An interesting story here is the word face mask does not appear anywhere in the rulebook. In all 106, oh, hang on, it's 2 words. That's how they refer to it. All right, face masks. Let's see, we got 28 matches, so we should be able to find it if there's anything in there for it.
All right, we'll have 2 men in the penalty box. Somebody will probably serving a misconduct. Egan is in there, 91. 17 is in there, and that is Khalid Grove. Seawolves on a power play, face-off, center ice, as we start the third period. Puck's won by Liberty, comes in. Kuhn coming in, high rising shot, knocked away by Jones. Good shot by Kuhn. Now the Seawolves head up ice on the power play. This is Ryan Kotkamp. He's out there with Hawkins, Barbera, and Casano and Cartwright. Casano back to Barbera, and Barbera back to Casano. Down to Barbera. Barbera controls the half wall. Cross-ice pass to Cartwright. Cartwright was sneaking in, and he'll pass it across to Hawkins, to Kotkamp. Back to, pass is almost taken away there as Garland just smashes into Kotkamp. Kotkamp was trying to go for the puck. Garland took advantage of that and gave Kotkamp a little check. This is Casano. Back to Barbera. Barbera screaming through the neutral zone, coming in with speed. Turns around and dumps down low to Lopes. Vinny Lopes tries to control it. Kotkamp loses an edge.
A lot of Seawolves losing edges today.
This is Joseph now pounding it back down to Kotkamp. Across to Lopes. He rips it high over the top of the net. Back to the point. Lopes, nice job there to keep that puck in. Kavanaugh, better job keeping that puck in. Now it's up high, and it's going to get out of the zone as Liberty Street comes through the neutral zone, and he'll lose it to Dureski. Joseph skating in. Trying to get a pass through his Dureski. Couldn't get it to him. And the puck is bounced out into the neutral zone. Stony Brook doesn't really have anything going on with this power play right now. This is Sotella. And he hoists through the neutral zone to Kavanaugh, who has to come back and get it. And a little bit of disheveled out there, guys. Kavanaugh now controlling it. Under the careful watch of Garland. And he gave it up to Joseph, and Joseph gave it to Lopes. Power play winding down, and we're all even. There's additional time being spent in the penalty box. It's probably a misconduct. Well, we don't have an answer on it yet, though, but Seawolves having some difficulty here, moving the puck deep into the zone. Liberty trying to get through the neutral zone, and they're being held up by Stony Brook. So a lot of play in the neutral zone right now. This is Gervaisi, and he'll just tap in. Bokikio now in on the puck. He comes in, tries to get it to Tola, and it's bounced back to Bokikio, who's got it possession. Down to Miller. Miller pass to Sotella. It's taken away by Egan. Gervaisi trying to get that puck deep. Bokikio trying to get it deep, and now he's bumped off the puck as the Seawolves go for a partial change. And this is picked up in the neutral zone by Barry. He fires all the way back in. Either team not really taking any type of possession right now. It's a lot of neutral zone play and careful checking, and good play here by Casely. And Kuhn skates around Casely. And it tries to jam it. And the puck is loose. No goal. As the net is off the mooring.
That puck wasn't even close.
And
it's sitting in the top of the crease.
Yeah, and player in the net.
I did get a ruling on the face mask penalty.
As the Blanc comes up swinging.
We might have some slashing involved here now. But to just go over the rule real quick, there are 2 options for referee. Actually 3. There is the minor penalty where it's an open hand that pushes the face mask off, and the referee just decked Kuhn. And that might have been the most embarrassing thing in that player's career right there.
Well, I mean, if they're not going to, if they're going to just keep being relentless about it, then you know what? And I think Cartwright is skating away with Kuhn's stick right now, and a couple of the other players' sticks as well. And so just put him in the bench and. Okay. Oh, sorry. Is that your stick? I didn't know that.
The second option is if there is face washing, the referee could decree a major penalty.
Where is the referee with all this going on? I mean, is it?
It's not the referee's responsibility to.
Well, the linesmen have to be somewhere near what's going on here.
Yeah.
It's like
get a little crazy.
It's it's
finally
like,
though there is the major and misconduct or DQ at the discretion of the referee if the player grabs the face mask and twists it.
Right.
The grabbing and twisting motion is...
And that's what happened with Chris Joseph, because that got torn off his head.
And that's not even... There's no room for discretion there.
Right.
Like, grabbing and twisting, the only option on that is a major and a game misconduct.
Which is what Rob Joseph had said.
That was very good on him. He was more astute on the rule book than me for once.
He referees, so that's why he knows that stuff.
Well, that'll be why.
So we appreciate that, Rob. Keep that good stuff coming.
Yeah, we'll be happy to read your comments on air. It's good to have somebody in the stripes be able to explain the crazy things that happen.
So we're going to have some more penalties here, obviously. We'll get the calls in a minute.
I don't know how the face-off is going to move down that way. The face-off should be in the. Oh, I'm sorry. It should be in the Liberty zone.
It's going to be in the Liberty zone because
I keep forgetting that.
Here it comes.
Here
it comes.
Number 16, LeBlanc. 2 minutes roughing at 16:43.
That's LeBlanc.
I think that was the only penalty.
So LeBlanc, number 16. I didn't hear what the call was.
It was roughing.
Roughing.
I guess we're just gonna go with it. 2 minutes for roughing.
All right, face off to the right of Bennett, and Pisano won the drawback, but all the way past Kotkamp and into the Seawolves zone. So let's see if the Seawolves can capitalize on this power play and have a better one than they did last time.
They were really good on the power play in Liberty. If you remember back to the last time they faced each other.
Oh, good save by Jones.
Oh, and there's going to be another penalty here. Jones is immediately off to the bench, but Kerr's going to pick that one up. And Jones is going to stop Cartwright from doing anything silly.
And now he's being thrown out. So this is Garland, and Garland's been a bit of a wrecking crew here for Liberty. And now he's getting the gate. And the referee's finally taking control of the game because, again, you're getting beat on the board, and that's one thing. But don't let it beat your pride, man. Just go and play hockey.
The unfortunate thing is if he gets a DQ, that's going to be an additional game.
Yeah, well, it's a shame. This is a talented team. They don't need to play at this type of hockey. They just don't. I mean, if they put the energy in their game, the way they put their energy into those types of plays, But maybe they just think this game is out of reach. I never think a 4-1 game is out of reach.
Oh, heavens no. We've seen Liberty put goals up really quick. We've seen Stony Brook put goals up really quick.
Kotkamp, hit the post. Looked like it came inside the net, but
no.
Nice pass, and there's a goal. There's a goal, and that's Barbera from Kotkamp, and that'll take care of the power play.
We'll still be that's just one.
Yeah. And for Ryan Kotkamp, for Barbera, that's his second of the game. Nice little feed. Kotkamp hit the inside of the post, ricocheted back to him, and then he found Barbera coming in on the right wing and just right side of the net, and he just parked it. Seawolves 5, Liberty 1.
And still a lot of time on this power play here. 4 minutes, 45 seconds.
Yeah, that's true. That's a 5-minute major, so Stony Brook is going to have their way right now.
I mean, if you want to say that the game is out of reach for Liberty now, they're only going to have 10 minutes. And what a goal!
That's Barbera. This is like practice. I don't know who got that. Did Watkins get that one? Nice feed there.
We're going to actually cut to a replay of the previous goal. We just got that queued up. So we'll take a look at that sweet tic-tac-toe play here. Hopefully we get
maybe
queued it up correctly here.
I think Dan Casano got that goal from Barbera.
There's the shot there that went off the crossbar.
Right. Here comes the pass. There's the nice little tap in.
We'll have a replay of that other one shortly.
My only worry is that there's 15 minutes left to go in this game, and now 2 quick goals puts this one a little further out of reach.
Yeah.
And these boys have to come back and play again tomorrow, and you don't want anybody having to miss a game because taking a stupid penalty or making a stupid play. So I think what Liberty needs to do is regroup a little bit.
I think they are going to call timeout here, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can cue up that replay.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Blair Bennett's going to stay in net. I think he is, but, he really hasn't had a lot of support in front of him tonight. So right now, Liberty took a timeout. Coaches are talking to the team. Again, there's a lot of talent on that bench. We know that. So
caught a little bit of that there. We're just going to try to rewind that just a little bit.
Get a chance to see some of the replays. That's Kotkamp's out of the zone. A nice cross-ice pass. And that's to Casano. And Casano parked it. Just like they practiced it. All right. Face-off center ice. We got 15:42 left to go. In the third period, the Seawolves have taken a commanding 6-1 lead as that puck is fired out. And we'll do it again. Appreciate you guys tuning in and watching it tonight. And we'll be back again tomorrow. 12 o'clock start, 12 noon. These two teams will be going at it again. And this is caught right now, taking a yak behind the Seawolves net, picked up by Casano. Casano through the neutral zone. Comes Kotkamp with speed. Kotkamp with a shot. Rebound. Another shot. Saved by Bennett. As this puck is deflected high. Oh, so it was Wesley Hawkins that got the goal then. It wasn't Casano. Okay. My mistake.
So one of the implications of having a really big blowout game is it does help you in the rankings. Up to 7 goals, I believe.
Yeah, and this like the 2-1 game doesn't matter as much as this one does.
Well, they do 2 rankings. One, they count a win as a 1-0 win. One, they count as up to a 7-0 win. So then it's the average of the 2 rankings. That's how they determine who gets to go to the dance and who gets to stay home.
Right. All right. Seawolves will 3:22 left to go in this power play as that 5-minute major was called. This is Casano now, pulls up, and he got Chris Joseph on a stretch pass across the rink. Chris throws it in behind the net. This is Brewster back there. And Zareski joins the party. And he's trying to keep that puck pinned in is Groh. But this is Brewster picking it up now. Brewster with a backhand pass. Just 1-1. He was actually shooting the puck, but it wound up getting deflected. This is Kavanaugh now. Zareski, nice hard pass, was blocked down by LeBlanc as they go for a complete line change. 2:37 left to go in the power play for the Seawolves. Kavanaugh skating through the neutral zone, and he'll set up. Cross-ice pass to Joseph. Joseph controls the puck. Back to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh controls it. High. Back over to Lopes. Lopes, quick pass across. And a shot.
Great save there by Bennett.
Wesley Hawkins got everything on that shot. Vinny Lopes puts that one toward the net. Picked up by Hawkins to Lopes. Backhander. Trying to get it in, and the net's off the moorings.
Looks like Liberty is going to be denied change here because Bennett did knock the net off. 2:06 ago in the 5-minute major.
Yep, and Seawolves able to actually roll 4 lines. And it's, they'll be able to do that and keep everybody fresh. Just as power plays. Kottkamp winds and blasts it just wide. That hit the net, that was going to be in. It was at an angle that Blair did not have covered. Kottkamp knocks that one out of midair. Comes after that puck. Big hit. Throws a big body check. And comes in. Oh, shot on goal. It deflected and went a different direction. And Blair Bennett, to his credit, man, he made a nice save there. He made a nice save. That puck was definitely going to go in, and he had a nice reaction to that change of direction. He froze it up, and Liberty will get a line change.
That right there was the hit. That was the 5-minute major there.
Yeah. All right. Face-off won by Seawolves. To Cartwright. He throws a shot on goal, and it was either knocked down in front of Bennett or Bennett got a piece of it. This is Garcia now through the neutral zone with Erickson. Garcia, his shot is deflected high into the netting. And face-off will be outside. Actually, in the Seawolves zone, it was deflected by a Seawolves player. So
yep, that went right off Jones.
Face-off to the right of Jones, who hasn't really seen a lot of action, as the shots on goal will tell you that.
The shots definitely have gone down between the first and second period.
Yeah.
We had quite a shootout in the first period. Not so much in this period.
Kottkamp now with Hawkins out there. And still on his power play. This is Cartwright. Back down to Kottkamp. And up to Casano at the top. And down to Barbera. Barbera rips one low. And a save by Bennett. And controlling the puck is Hawkins to Barbera. Drops it off to Casano. Back to Barbera. Barbera back to Casano. Wrist shot. Quick snapshot. And the net's knocked off the mooring again. Seawolves will change up. And they'll come back out with Lopes, Dureski, Brewster, Kavanaugh, and Joseph. So Seawolves are just basically rotating their power play lines. And their other lines will be well rested and ready to go once the power play is over. Chris Joseph with a blast off of Kuhn. Kuhn's feeling that one, and he's hurt. That one was right off his ankle. And he's kind of like a statue right now. He's having a tough time battling in front there with Brewster. But Seawolves kind of know it. He can't really move too much. This is Joseph over to Kavanaugh. This shot is blocked down, all the way down. Kuhn will go off. He's going to have to shake that one off. That one hurt. That was a Chris Joseph slap shot. This is Dureski now. Back to Brewster. Brewster walking around the defender's street. Comes to the net, and his stick is slashed. And that'll be a 2-minute penalty. And it actually went in the net. It was a goal. I didn't even see it. I'm sorry. I don't know whether he hit it in. Can we get a replay on that?
Yeah, we will be able to cue that replay up in just a second.
All right.
That was a very interesting goal, to say the least.
There's your 7th goal. And this is going to be probably a record. I mean, I don't know when the last time I can't remember the Seawolves scoring 7 goals against Liberty.
Right, let's see if we can get this here. And here comes the play, the slash.
Oh, it was Dureski.
And Dureski just puts it home.
Dureski. Nick Dureski gets the goal. All right. Gotta love that replay.
And I guess they're going to assess the penalty anyway, despite the goal. And the Seawolves will be 5-on-3 for 17 seconds.
Well, Coach Garofalo has to be thinking to himself, am I dreaming?
Yeah, before the game started, he came up to me with just the most serious face and said, I hope they're ready.
Well, he told me they had very, very good practices, and I think as a coach, knowing that good practice leads to good games. You know, I think you've heard me say this 1,000 times. You know, you practice as you play. You practice well, you play well. You know. Back to the point. This is Cartwright walking in, shot right on, and the save by Bennett.
And we are now 5-on-4 with the major penalty expiring.
And shots on goal through so far through 3 periods, 33 for the Seawolves, 28 for Liberty. Back to the point to Cartwright, and that puck is out of play.
We got a great amount of viewers on stream tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Really makes us happy when we see a lot of people tuning in for Stony Brook hockey. Hopefully the new platform ad-free and good quality.
All right, Kuhn up to stretch pass through the neutral zone, just missed. And Jones left it for Cassano, and Cassano over to Cartwright. And Cartwright back to Cassano as we got about 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go in the power play for the Seawolves, who basically have been on the virtual power play almost the whole period.
And for the most part, about 7 minutes plus. Actually, no, probably close to 9 minutes of this period, they've been on the power play.
Yeah, and that's very tough for a team to get back in the game when you have to constantly defend. All right, Dureski controls it. Back pass to Joseph was off the mark and back in the Seawolves zone. Picked up by Lopes, who throws it to the corner. And the person who was supposed to be there, I guess, skated away. And but now Tyson Street's doing a good job just keeping that puck in and taking time off that clock. And 20 seconds left to go in the power play. This is Joseph controlling it now, and he'll get it over to Lopes. Lopes through the neutral zone to Dureski. Back to Lopes. Ooh, Lopes is low-bridged by Ballou. Picking that puck up is Brewster. And Brewster's pass to Joseph. Joseph with the puck. Wrist shot, deflection, right on goal. Save by Bennett. Brewster getting in front just at the right time.
The number is 258960. 258960.
Got 9:29 left to go in the third period. And face off to the right of Bennett. Gervaisi on the draw for the Seawolves. Kuhn picks it up dangerously in front of his net. And they get it out through the neutral zone and into the Seawolves end, which is, the ice seems to be still pretty good there. Trying to make a play there is Curry. He swung and missed. This is Bokikio now circling back, and he'll get it over Bignano. Seawolves making a stretch play.
That's offside. That was offside.
Mike Amodio was holding something, but it wasn't the blue line.
They don't give you close in hockey. It's got to be pretty exact.
Yeah, that blue line's wide enough. So Michael just came off that line a little bit. So face-off will be back in the Seawolves zone. As intentional offside sometimes is called that way. The face-off will be to the left of Jones.
And the reason why they called that intentional is because Stony Brook was still attacking despite being alerted of the offside.
Right. Face-off one back into the Liberty zone, picked up by Cox, pressured by Bokikio. Gervaisi bangs it in. And this is the fourth line that's been waiting to get on the ice, and they got a lot of energy right now. Keeping that puck in, good job there was Miller. And back up to the point and outside the zone now. This is the Seawolves regrouping. Casely now over to Miller. Miller's pass to Amodio off the wall. And Street now banks it into the Seawolves zone, into the corner, picked up by Miller. And he's set up behind the net. Forecheck by Street. It's Casely now up the wall to Bokikio. Nice touch pass. And Bokikio when he wanted, he shoots. Save by Blair. Good play by Casely. Using the wall, get the puck up and creating the pass. Bokikio not happy with that. Put that shot right on, but you hit the goalie in the chest protector. That's the biggest. That's the biggest part of his equipment. So, face off to the right of Bennett, and Satola is getting harassed by Ward. Is cross-checking him in the back.
Liberty of the stick
and
there.
There's a big check there by Kotkamp, just laying it on somebody. Barry laying it on now. Looks like there's a message being sent here, big time. Looks like the Seawolves say,
which is you don't get to come in here and do this. And
like,
Ward here's going to go. He dropped the gloves.
So what are they going to do? Let him go? Come on, you got to pull him off of him. Look at him. Come on.
Oh, man, this is... I want to keep this PG rated, but this has turned into an absolute Donnybrook.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Where are the referees? This guy's just throwing punches.
If there is,
they have to step in.
Well, the referee finally has to step in because the linesman can't do anything.
So what's going to happen now is 86 is a fighting major. Robert Ward is now going to be out of this game in tomorrow's game. That's not smart.
No,
it's not smart.
Looks like the captain's going to be gone for tomorrow's game as well.
I mean, all Satola is doing right now is he's going, he's laughing because he's saying, I didn't throw one punch, and I know what's going to happen. So, again, I know it's the frustration, and you're getting wiped, but you got to come back and play tomorrow, and you got to maintain yourself. You're gonna have less kids. You're gonna have less guys on the bench tomorrow because of that. It's not fair to the other guys.
That's 2 gone for tomorrow's game. I think we're gonna lose the Seawolf for tomorrow.
Selfish play. It's just selfish play.
And definitely the Seawolves instigated that one there, but Buck's got to stop somewhere. Referee sometimes just has to blow the whistle.
I think the Seawolves wanted to send a message on that shift.
I think they did, but
they did it cleanly. They did it with clean hits.
Well, the last one definitely wasn't a clean hit. That was a definite hold into a board there. Well, take your pick.
The first 2 were clean.
Yeah. Then once the play got over to the boards, let me see if we can pull up a clip. While we wait for the
decision.
As far as the Jeopardy music isn't playing here, usually it's a crowd favorite when the referees are thinking it over. All right, so let's cut here to this is where it all starts here. The first big check there. They should have called a cross check there. High hit. And then here's the hold here. And then
that's a clean hit there. That's a clean hit there.
Clean hit there, clean hit there. And then here's where things start to get a little hairy. Ward jumps in.
By that point in time, it was over. So here's Ward. He's just gonna, he's gonna throw his punches. Sotela's helmet gets pulled off.
He actually doesn't throw a single punch here, which is
no. Sotela didn't throw one punch, but Ward threw. I'm gonna count 8.
he got enough in. That's for sure.
He got 8 in, and all Sotela's doing is just covering his head because, Ward pulled his helmet off.
Yeah. Players got to try to protect themselves somehow. I mean, you're going to see. I'm actually thankful nobody got cut there because I did see a wild kick at one point when the players went down. But we're going to be here for a little bit, so hopefully we get this sorted out as soon as possible.
Yeah, the referee's talking it over now with the 2 captains as Kuhn taps Casano on the back. Hey, Dan. So where are we going after the game?
I don't know. I don't know if these guys are going to be going anywhere after that one. There's some good altercations that are good for the game, and then there's stuff like that you don't want to see.
Yeah. Well, Stony Brook has 2 guys in the I don't know why Sotela is in the. Sotelo is in the penalty box. I don't know what he did.
I don't know, we might have to offer the officials the tape to take a look at this and make up or down. All right, we got the penalties.
Number 9, Liberty, 2 minutes, 86. Got it as a DQ, 5 minutes. Number 5 on White, Stony Brook, 2 minutes. 90, Stony Brook. Face mask, 5 minutes. 22, Stony Brook, 2 minutes for holding. Time to penalty, 7:45.
Impressively, no DQs from the Stony Brook side, but a 5-minute major for a face mask. As we were discussing, now we have 2 instances of the face mask. 2 of the 3 seen today. So, I'm actually very surprised there were no DQs on the Stony Brook side. Usually when a fight happens, you got to throw both guys, but
I think Liberty's going to have a power play. 2 minutes, yeah, they are. They're going to be up by. They're going to have a power play.
I think they have the board up wrong because there were 2 matching 2-minute penalties. If any, there should be 5 minutes for Stony Brook going up somewhere. I don't know where it's going to go, but.
Well, I only see one person in the box. Well, they DQ'd a.
They DQ'd a Liberty player.
86. So 86. That's Ward. He's got DQ'd, and then that's a 5 minute. Did he get fighting?
I don't know what they gave him, but they gave him a DQ. But somewhere there's got to be some penalties.
Yeah. We used to, our other PA announcer, Mr. Jim.
Jim Maritano, very good about
gives really
communicating everything.
Really good information, clearly. And we don't have him down there tonight. So, all right, face off to the right of Brendan Jones. And this is LeBlanc on the drawer as they are, Stony Brook is, killing a 2-minute penalty right now. So down low. Kuhn in the slot, he shoots and scores. And they've been trying to set that play up all night. And they finally got to it, and they finally got it done.
A little consolation for Liberty there, getting the power play goal.
Yeah, so
and we'll even it up. Should at least.
Yep, it'll be back to 5-on-5 hockey, and the rest of the guys that are serving those penalties will probably be in there for the remainder of the game, or at least another.
They'll be out at the most at the
2-minute
mark.
Yeah.
All right,
face off center ice, Gervasi on the draw. This is Miano over to Miller, up to Amodio, and he'll throw across corner to Bukikio, who throws it deep behind the net. Gervasi leaves it go. This is Amodio on the forecheck. Good job taking the puck away. Shot in front of the net. Bukikio turns, and he misses. Shot by Gervasi, high. Block it down by Bennett. Puck behind the net. This is Amodio now, up to the point. Picked up by Miller. Miller throws a little shot, trying for a deflection, and into the corner, picked up by Gervasi. As the Seawolves look like they're on a power play. This is the 4th line for the Seawolves, doing a great job here, keeping Liberty all on their heels right now.
Liberty's playing very passive right now, and the reason why is they don't want to get themselves in any more penalty
Yeah,
trouble.
I think that is the deal.
They want to get this game over. They know it's not in their reach.
Right.
They don't want to lose any more players. And every time they get aggressive, that's when they do something silly. They get themselves in penalty trouble, and the coach has probably had enough of it.
Yeah. Joseph just laid some lumber on Kerr, and I mean lumber, his body. Kerr didn't like that hit, but that's what's going to happen when you come down the wall against Chris Joseph. Nice pass by Barry, getting that puck out. And coming in on the forecheck is Hall and Brewster. And as the puck gets dumped out into the neutral zone, picked up by Chris Joseph. Over to Barry. Barry up the wall to Hawkins. Hawkins in with the puck now. Trying to get it to Brewster. Oh, and that puck gobbled up by Bennett. 5:45 left to go in the 3rd period. And face off to the right of Bennett. JT Hall and Lindsay LeBlanc will be on the.
A little bit of confusion over at the penalty box. Looks like Casely and McComb will be coming out of the box now.
Mm-hmm. And the Seawolves still have Sertola in the box, who will be serving a 5-minute major.
I'm still surprised. Somehow that wasn't on the board.
Yeah, and coming through the neutral zone is LeBlanc. Trying to Egan, the street shot wide.
No, wide's not on the board because it matched with the DQ. That's why.
Back to the point. That shot gobbled up by Jones. Face-off is going to be outside. Either that or we got another penalty. I don't know, something going on here.
Kuhn trying to assist Hall with the glove. Looks like we do have a penalty. It's going to be a rough against Kavanaugh.
All right, that'll sit for 2 minutes as on the power play will go Liberty again.
They were successful in their last attempt and very quickly, for sure.
Yeah, so
for once, we have the right score on here. They still haven't added the second Liberty goal on the arena board
yet.
It is 7-2. It is 7-2.
Yeah. This is Lopes now. Lopes skating out. One-on-one, two-on-one. Coming in with Dureski, trying to get it to the legs.
Oh, man, that would have been quite a goal if that went in.
Coming back up hard. Here comes Kuhn. He scored the last goal. Drop pass to LeBlanc. And LeBlanc is not pushed off the puck. Kuhn cross to Egan. And back to the point to a shot high and wide off the wall all the way out. As that shot was blistered by Mistel, but it went wide and all the way out. Here's Egan controlling the puck over to Mistel. Back to Incombe, and he couldn't control it. Out of the zone.
Dureski is holding his hand as he heads off the ice. Hope that he's okay.
And this puck is picked up by Kottkamp. Kottkamp and Cassano out there. Over to Cassano. Cassano shoots and save. And they're trying to get into Kottkamp's kitchen. He ain't going to let that happen.
He might go now for taunting, though.
No, I just think that Kottkamp is they're trying to get into his kitchen. They're just trying,
and he's probably going to get one here, though, or they're going to pull matching penalties.
Yeah.
Actually,
Egan's going to go.
I'm really surprised.
Now Logan wants a piece of Kottkamp too. And I think they just have to, look, face-off is inside your zone because you have a penalty. So let's go. Let's drop the puck. Face-off one back by Liberty. And this is Blue coming up with speed through the neutral zone. Trying to get around Cartwright. No sale. This is Logan now, and he loses it to Kottkamp. This is Cassano setting up behind the net as he's watched by Egan. Erickson picked up by Cassano now through the neutral zone to Kottkamp. Kottkamp coming in with speed. Makes a turnaround. Back to the point to Cartwright. He's in. Drags and shoots. Oh, the save by Bennett. As everybody's trying to line them up, so just put the puck in the net as quickly as you can.
Still 4-on-4 for their 5 seconds.
Poor Ryan, he's getting hit hard and fast as often as possible because that's all they can really do at this point. So
now a 5-on-4 advantage for Stony Brook with 3:20 to go in the third period.
All right, this is Brewster now. Sam Brewster coming in, trying to make a move. Nice pass behind the net. Back to Kavanaugh. Back to Barry. Barry's out there on the power play. Back to the point to Kavanaugh. Down low to Dureski. Trying to get it in front to Brewster. And we got a net again off.
Looks like it, maybe. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
Just barely. They gotta cement those nets down a little bit better.
Yeah, they use real pegs.
Yeah, the pegs they have down there are not very deep.
I don't even know if there's holes in the ice. They gotta,
well, I mean, they're very small. They're very shallow pegs.
All right.
That's mostly for player safety as well.
Yeah, fired all the way down into the Seawolves end. Jones gets it up to Joseph as he comes through the neutral zone with speed. And this is it. Backhand shot. And back to the point. Picked up by Lopes. Fires a shot off the pad of Bennett. This is Joseph. And Joseph over to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh controls it. And for some options. Oh, nice shot. Trying to get a deflection from Rooster. Kavanaugh trying to keep it in. He's bumped off the puck. And coming down, this is Cox. He's being watched by Joseph. And Joseph pushed the puck to the corner. Joseph sends Cox for a, nice as a goal. Nice shot by Kuhn. Kuhn, that's his second one in a row. Joseph caught Brendan Jones napping there a little bit. This game is not over yet. 1:57 left to go, and the last 2 goals in a row have been scored by. Actually, no, Stony Brook scored one right after they scored that one. But just
Stony Brook's getting a little soft though.
Yeah,
they got to make sure they keep the pedal down for the entire 60 minutes.
And Liberty's going to come hard. They should be putting all their energy in the game, and never mind the semantics and the shenanigans, and try to put a good effort in. They got to come back and play again tomorrow. Oh, rare sound. Is that music? All right, face off to the left of Jones.
Well, we have to try to do our best.
We're having a little bit of a joke today because when our normal PA announcer's here, he plays music that's so deafening loud I can't even hear myself.
At a rock
think.
concert.
I can't hear myself.
That was an interesting carry with the boards there. Grabbed the net and actually hooked a little bit towards the center of the ice.
Yeah. Well, Kiki overskated the puck, and now LeBlanc is coming in hard. He's got Egan with him. That shot goes off of Miller.
Liberty is trying to set a pace for tomorrow, and I think they're doing it the right way now. They're playing hard. They're getting pucks to the net. They're putting pucks in the net.
Right.
That's the most important part.
Absolutely.
So Stony Brook's got to be careful here. They got to just keep the pedal down.
And Blair Bennett, to his credit, he's made some nice saves. Late in this game that he could have just, you're not going to say he would give up. I don't think he'd ever do that, but he's made some nice saves. And Stony Brook has almost 40 shots on goal here. All right, we're under a minute left to go, as the PA announcer says.
1 minute remaining in the period.
Usually.
1 minute.
All right. And
we'll be able to help him out with that next time.
Yeah. And Liberty controlling the puck down in the Seawolf zone, and Cassano, I think, just sent it all the way down, and it'll be an icing.
A little extra shot there. Kuhn trying to cool off his teammate there. They can't afford to lose any more players.
Right. Kottkamp has been knocked around so much. He's given a little bit back. He's not a. He's got some nice size, but Kottkamp's a goal scorer. He's not a Sam Brewster. I can see Sam battling pretty hard. Oh, another one! Look at this.
This is
like a little bit of a comeback here. That I think Brendan Jones is just
Jones is melting.
His head's not in this game anymore, and I think the Seawolves defensively are just kind of getting a little soft. And Coach Garofalo is getting a little annoyed about this because he's squandering a 7-1 lead to 7-4.
You talk about the national rankings again, and you go back to the whole 7-goal differential maximum, and they just let that one go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a completely dead rink now. Nobody's really cheering anymore. I mean, after 7, it's kind of hard for the crowd to get up for it again. But
Satola's back in. He's back from his 5-minute major, and here comes Liberty again. To the neutral zone and in. Shot saved by Jones as they're putting everything they can on him. And rightfully so. I mean, a couple of weak ones went in there, Got to try to keep it together. We got 11 seconds left to go here. And, the Seawolves clearly outplayed. I'm just looking at Kuhn. Kuhn's playing with Jones made that save. Yeah, with an injury. I know he got hit in the ankle with that shot, and he's you could see it. He's laboring. You know, when he takes that skate off, I bet you it's going to swell. But you got to give him a lot of credit. He's out there still playing, and he scored the last 2 goals. Look at this shot. Man, Kuhn's going for the hat trick. And that's it. That's it. Game's over. The Stony Brook Seawolves 7 and Liberty University 4. These guys will get together and they'll do it again tomorrow. We go on right around noon tomorrow, so Eastern Standard Time as the boys line up for the handshake, and we'll come to center ice and do the little fist bump and hopefully get back here tomorrow and do it all again. It's amazing that after these guys play against each other, they just get on that line and shake hands and tell each other good game and good job, and you know, once it's over, right?
That's it.
All right, so we're going to sign off for tonight. We appreciate you watching. We'll be back tomorrow. Again, you're watching Seawolves Hockey Live. Andy Mignani for Trevor Mignani, Anthony, and Matt. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.